Sorry about that. 1 minute silent for our fallen heroes. The class starts now. May the souls of our heroes past continue to rest, and while they fight for us, and we, the living, must join hands together with the government to bring bring this Biafra into full restoration. It's a BDF anthem.
Rising sun, we love and cherish, have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shouted, singing, all hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. To the crucible once came, we have victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail your throne. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our precious people, oh, day and night, say them always. Oh, hail Biafra.
We'll try this back.
Shines everywhere. Wake me, God guide and protect us all. All your wisdom. Shielding us from fury, punished by Biafra.
Welcome to the program. Chick Survivor, are you there? Adadorama Project Chick Survivor.
This meeting is being recorded.
Chick Survival, are you there? Open your video, Chick Survivor, please.
Okay.
Chicks, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Go on.
Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, I welcome every one of you to this amazing press briefing from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I welcome every one of you that have joined us on this very platform, more especially the media platforms that are joining us on this very press briefing. It is very important. It is a very important discussion and speech. And as we have always seen our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, always done, the State of the Nation address. Today, we are going to hear it from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. It is the first day of January 2025. We have waited for this moment, and finally, we all made it into this very year, 2025. And before we kick off the year, it is very important that we hear from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the COS interim. There are a lot of questions in the mind of the Biafrans. There are a lot that the Biafrans are expecting to hear. It is very important that you pay attention to this very State of the Nation address. You are going to learn a lot, and you will have an opportunity to ask your question. I welcome the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. You're welcome, Honorable.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Biafrans. Let's see. Somebody said, all right, greetings and welcome, Biafrans and friends of Biafrans and enemies of Biafrans. Welcome the media. Greetings and welcome to this New Year State of the Nation address today, January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year to everyone listening to me. My name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Staff and Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and the de facto government in Homeland. I am the legal surrogate to the Prime Minister of the United States State of Biafra, His Excellency Obatobie Simon Ekpa. I represent him here today. Greetings to His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Ekpa Simon and Jacob. Biafrans greet you. Biafrans adore you. We love you. Thank you, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, who has declared the independence and sovereignty of the state of Biafra. Through my humble self, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who is and remains the only authority given, approved by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to lead Biafrans until he joins us. Greetings to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been so resolute and resilient in the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. You are where you are today because of what we do. Biafra has been declared. Biafra is a full-fledged sovereign nation. And you are part of the reason why this happened. We have declared Biafra and we must defend Biafra. Happy New Year to the secretaries of the United States of Biafra, deputy secretaries, cabinet members, state governors of the 40 states of Biafra, state executives, stakeholders of the United States of Biafra, the Biafra Securities, Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Resistance Fighters, Biafra Navy and Biafra Air Force. Special thanks to the Biafra Special Sports, the Biafra military trainers. I greet and I thank you all. Thank you, Biafrans, for calling in today at this time. The redeclaration of Biafra was done on November the 29th, 2024 in Lahti, Finland, under the name of the United States of Biafra by His Excellency, the Prime Minister, Ekpa Simon Njoko, represented by my humble self, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. The grievances for Biafra people was read during that occasion by Honorable Bryson Okelma. That was what he did, to read the grievances. The declaration was done by our Prime Minister, represented by myself, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. So Biafra, do not be deceived. Bryson Okelma did not declare the independent state of Biafra. The ratification, confirmation, affirmation, and witness to the United States of Biafra's declaration was done by Attorney Jane Iwunze. This is our story. Over 1,500 Biafrans gathered in Finland between November the 29th and December the 3rd, 2024, to participate in the declaration of our independence, even without our Prime Minister being present, even without our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, being present. Biafrans came together and we declared our independence because we have the right to do that. This singular act proves that the independence and restoration of Biafra is not dependent on any single individual. It also shows that no one can stop the freedom of the over 70 million Biafrans who have sought for their freedom from a country, Nigeria, that rehabilitates and reintegrates non-terrorists into its military, police, security agents, and leadership. Biafrans conducted a verified self-referendum where over 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria and be a free nation. This was done both by electronic voting and physical voting in homeland. This referendum voting has been verified by the ORB report and the Committee of Emerging Nations that have ratified and approved the referendum conducted by Biafrans, and other international reports too. The world-renowned United States of America analyst Michael Rubin has verified, confirmed, and supported the Biafra referendum under His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Approve the process and the declaration of the United States of Biafra. This is our story. We have been officially recognized by different countries in the world, such as the Eritrean government in exile, the Ambazonia government, and several congressmen and women, both in the United States, in Europe, in South Korea, and other parts of the world. We also have several countries that have recognized Biafra between 1967 and 1970 and never denounced our recognition, such as Congo, Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, and Gabon. We are currently talking with these countries, and they support our independence. Our attorneys are doing their assigned tasks and submitting and updating our records with our allies and others on the independence of the United States of Biafra. We are following all due process in our recognition and restoration. On the homeland, we extend an olive branch to our neighbors in Nigeria and have demanded the immediate withdrawal of all their foreign bodies, military, police, security, and others from the Biafra territory. It is the right thing for them to do at this time. Our decentralized military will continue to protect their states as needed from any foreign invader. We are happy to report that the Nigeria state is gradually doing the needful. It is in line with the legal status of the United States of Biafra as an independent nation. And it is also in line with making the world a better place, supporting self-determination for Biafrans, self-defense, peace, equity, justice, and freedom for Biafrans. Biafrans have explored all the peaceful processes towards our freedom. We're also using all the rights ascribed to us as a nation to enhance and increase our military strength to defend our land, for our self-determination, and for self-defense against foreign invaders. It is pertinent to note and let the world know that Nigeria has been at war with Biafra for the past 2 years or more. This was confirmed by Nigerian Defense Chief Christopher Musa in several public and private platforms. He has confirmed that Nigeria is at war with Biafra. He also on different occasions has explained the type of war Nigeria is engaging with Biafrans. That is on record and that is on public record. As a nation at this point, we must confront the foreign invaders from the Nigeria terrorist state. And we must defend our territory. Our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, is hale and hearty. Our Prime Minister is defending Biafra land against the reintegrated terrorists hired by the Nigerian government wearing military and police uniforms. I want to use this opportunity to let the Finnish local authorities be aware that the image of Finland has been dented by the way they handle the investigation of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. And we want them to know that nothing they do or engage in will stop the total defense of Biafra land from the invading Nigeria terrorist state. Nothing, absolutely nothing. If they like, let them conduct this investigation for the next 100 years. What Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, is doing, what he has done, is what Biafrans will continue to do. We cannot allow terrorists to come into our land and kill us and go free. We cannot allow the Nigeria government, headed by Tinubu and his agents, to come into Biafra land, kill us, occupy our land, burn our homes, rape our women, take over our farms, and go scotch-free. That will never happen. And that is exactly what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was trying to protect us from. That is what our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, was doing, protecting us from these invaders. And that is what Biafrans must continue to do, no matter what happens. Nothing will stop the total defense of Biafra land from the invading Nigeria terrorist state. Finland must be aware that Nigeria is a failed state. Nigeria is one of the countries in the world that has almost all the terrorists inside the country right now, where innocent citizens are killed. Christians are mowed down in their numbers. Children and women are killed without the protection from the state or from the president or from the government. What country will allow their indigents to be killed continuously like that without any protection? Nigeria is a failed state, and any leader, foreign or local, that tries to protect Nigeria is part of a terrorist government. Any leader, foreign or local, that tries to listen to Nigeria government and do what they say is a terrorist government. The Nigerian terrorist state must leave our land. We will make them leave our land. Peacefully or forcefully. Biafra is now a nation. We have a right to rule ourselves. Finland fought a brutal war. Finland fought for their independence. Now they are an independent nation. The same thing Finland did. That is the same thing Biafra is doing under Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Nothing is different. The Western world, they have the power to exit from a country they don't like for any reason. America left Europe to become a nation. What makes that different from what Biafrans are doing? There's no difference. You cannot stop us. If you become a nation, you fought for your freedom, and you exit a country that is oppressing and suppressing you, you must be aware that that is the same thing Biafrans are doing. We met in Finland. We voted. We declared our independence. At this time, the Finnish local authorities need to be aware, need to be mindful that they are holding the prime minister, the head of government of an independent nation, Biafra. They need to do the needful as quickly as possible. Biafrans have continued to ensure that they control their land through several means. One of them is the referendum action. The voluntary referendum action by all the Biafran in the 40 states to release our leader, Ngozi Nnamdi Kanu, by the Nigerian terrorist state. Withdraw all Nigerian army, police, and security from our land and allow Biafrans to live peacefully as an independent country. Our Monday sit at home has continued for the past over 2 years. I need to let the world know. Every Monday, every office in Biafra land, every school, every business voluntarily shuts down. This is what we want. This is what Biafrans have decided to do. This shows Nigeria government, they have no power over Biafra territory. They have no power over Biafra land because Biafrans voluntarily shut their businesses every Monday. Every bank, every school, every important institution in Biafra territory closes every Monday voluntarily, despite the Nigerian government insisting that they open, despite the Southeast governors working under the Nigerian terrorist state insisting that they open their offices, their shops. Biafrans have refused to do that. That shows Biafrans are in control of our territory. And that Monday sit-at-home must continue every Monday until we fully protect our land from the terrorist state of Nigeria. These terrorists recruited by Nigerian government are sent to Biafra territory to kill, maim, and burn the homes of innocent citizens of Biafra just for their beliefs in Biafra nation. Thousands of innocent Biafrans have been killed over the years by the Nigerian terrorist state and their agents inside Biafra land for nothing. For nothing. We cannot fold our hands and watch as our people are murdered daily by the Nigerian state to grab the mineral and natural resources in Biafra land, which they use to service foreign countries while our people perish in abject poverty. We can no longer allow that to happen. These same terrorist killings happens in different parts of Nigeria, such as in the Oduduwa land, in Arewa territory, in the Middle Belt, where innocent citizens are murdered in their hundreds, where mass burial are being conducted every now and then. School kids are taken away in their hundreds for ransom. Undergraduates are kidnapped from their dormitories without any trace, while the Nigerian government offers no help. What kind of a country is that? Nigeria is a failed state, and any government, foreign or local, that supports, that listens, that partners with Nigeria is part of the failed state, is part of the failed individual, and is supporting terrorism and the killing of Christians, killing of innocent children and women inside Nigeria. If you don't know the history and what we have gone through, you must listen to us. We are the ones that will tell our story. Nigeria government and their agents cannot tell the story of Biafrans. You must hear it from us, the Biafrans, what we go through. That is why we are the people, and we decide who is going to rule us. At this time, Biafrans have decided our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, must continue to lead Biafrans. So whether you hold them for the next 100 years, whether you don't hold them, we must continue to do what they want us to do. And I promise you, and I've told you, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, has already laid down all the rules, all the things that we need to do, and we must continue to do it, even in his absence. That was why we declared our independence in Lahti, Finland, even without the presence of our Prime Minister or our leader. The template is already set. Nobody can do anything about that template because it's about the securing the power of the people and the safety of the Biafra people. That is what we will continue to pursue. Fellow Biafrans and our friends, we are working on our recognition by reaching out to not only countries that have recognized us in the past, but new countries that have seen what we've done. We thank our attorneys, private and public ones. We thank Attorney Levy and some of our private lobbies hired by our Prime Minister. We also thank the Biafran Foreign Affairs Department that's been doing and working tirelessly to put some of these documents at the right places. Thank you so much. We have attained several milestones. And in the next few weeks, so many products will be launched by the Biafra Secretary of Trade, Honorable Benjamin. I'm happy to announce to Biafrans that the Bank of Biafra license has been granted and has been approved. And soon, Biafrans will start our online banking and our currency will start to be used in our homeland. Our Biafra ID card is out. Many of us here have our Biafra ID card. This Biafra card has all the standard and met all the standard for all the requirements of other countries' ID cards, such as America, such as France, such as Europe. And I'm very, very glad to announce that almost all the Biafrans that their ID cards have been printed, most of them, almost all of them have collected their ID card in Finland. I also want to let Biafra know that our Biafra ID card form has been simplified, and the next few weeks or days, we conduct Zoom verifications instead of Jumio verifications, which we know people are finding a little bit difficult. So we have to devise other means to verify our people. All Biafrans have applied for their ID card and whose ID card is on the pending status. In the next few days or weeks, you'll receive instruction on how the special committee that was set up for this task will verify Biafrans either through Zoom rather than through the Jumio, which has been a little bit difficult for us. The new Biafra ID card form is very simple to fill, just about 4 or 5 questions to submit. Our ID card company is one of the best in the world with world-class standard verification process, commensurate with ID cards of international standards. So Biafrans, be on the lookout for the new form to get your ID card. It's very, very important that you get your ID card. We already fixed the price for that ID card. In the past, either $100 or 100 euros, 100 pounds. But the most important thing is that the form has been simplified. And we want to have over 30,000 Biafrans to subscribe for their ID card as quickly as possible. We have other programs by the business department that I won't reveal here, but it's already in the final stage. Be on the lookout for that. Our IOU is still in progress, but only through the UnitedStatesGovernment.org website. Payment only to the New Dimension Mandate account. Biafrans, if you want to donate using the IOU, which our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa has launched, the only place approved by the United States of Biafra government under his leadership, the Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, the only approved account for the IOU at this time is the New Dimension Mandate and the United States of Biafra government website, which is almost in the final stage. No other account is approved by this government for any payment, any fundraising pertaining to the United States of Biafra for the building of our country. Only the New Dimension Mandate and the United States Biafra government, the new website that we just launched. All donations to the USB protection and functioning goes to the New Dimension Mandate and our homeland account, approved by our PM. The accounts are safe, secure, and transparent. All the 40 states in Biafra land, the only approved account for you to make payment is the Taj Homeland Bank account. Very safe, very secure. Do not be distracted by what the criminals are doing. That is the only account approved. They are running out of funds. They want to come with all kinds of distractions because they are no longer getting money. So continue to donate in those 2 accounts. We are a country and what we want to make transparent, it is a requirement for us to run as a country. Do not be worried about some of the fake names that they are parading on social media. Do not be moved, because we are a nation and have the right to raise funds to defend our country. It is our right. We have the right to defend ourselves from invading, reintegrated and rehabilitated terrorists of the Nigeria state and Nigeria government and their agents. It is our right. The agents that are against us, they are crying and creating confusion because Biafrans have stopped donating to their hijacked accounts. Those accounts are gone for good. Thanks to Biafrans as you continue to donate to the mandate account and our homeland account. Any Biafran that is donating to any account, apart from this, you are not following our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. And it is your choice to do that. You have a right to do whatever you do, but you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra or under Brigi or under the de facto government led by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Again, in the area of funds, we are no longer going to be operating physical receipts in Biafra land. Moving forward, all homeland tax payments will be done through POS. A committee headed by our Finance Secretary, Pharmacist Diane Eme, has been set up to streamline the contribution process in homeland. And in the next few days or weeks, you will get a clear instruction on how to make your tax donations, liberation tax donations, and your donations to support the United States of Biafra. No more physical receipt. Anybody telling you anything about that, just know they are not working for the United States of Biafra. All Biafrans, please liaise with your state administrators to guide you on the process of our new way of donating money, paying our taxes in our homeland. No more physical receipt in the whole Biafra land. We are in a world of technology, and online record helps. It helps accountability and transparency. We do not want a Biafra land where we print 1 million receipts and only 10,000 receipts are accounted for. Do not pay any attention to our enemies. Like our leader Nnamdi Kanu has said, the Nigerian government have brought out billions of dollars to fight what we do every day. So you have to understand that. They can come in different formats. They come in different ways. It requires Biafrans that have the sixth sense to recognize where every single individual is going as far as this restoration and stop the bad ones. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu say, you cut off cancer, you don't treat it. The first treatment, you cut it off, then you go into chemo. That is the only way you treat cancer. That is exactly what we are doing in Biafra land. When we discover the cancers, we cut them off immediately. They can rant, they can rave, they can do anything they want, they can manipulate. They can never, ever have a place in the leadership of the United States of Biafra. That is a promise. These people, these distractors, they were the ones walking with the saboteurs, some of them in the ex-Brigade cabinet, to disrupt the declaration of Biafra on the 29th of November, 2024. But they couldn't because the spirit of Biafra was in control. The spirit of over 3 million children killed, including women, during the 1967-70 Civil War. And the spirit of innocent Biafrans languishing in different Nigerian jails in the north, in the west, without recourse for any legal help. Their spirit and those that were killed just for their belief is what is going to continue to fight this war for Biafrans. And with those spirits, we can never fail. Never. Those spirits are in control. These ex-cabinet members, some of them, they were against our Prime Minister, Obatobie. It's not about the COS. Their plan is bigger and goes deeper to not only silence our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, but also to ensure that the declaration and restoration of the independent state of United States of Biafra does not happen. True Biafrans, you all are aware. You know how many times they've disrupted the programs and the project of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. They try to do the same thing under the leadership of His Excellency Simon Ekpa, but they failed. They failed woefully. Woefully, and they are still trying every single day, and they will continue to fail woefully, not when people like us are in this struggle. They disrespect our Prime Minister, they insult him, they cajole him, they plan against him, they do not regard him. Some of these are illiterates without sense, who thinks it's business as usual. They never saw the crop of Biafrans under Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That's why they seem so confused every day. And they keep making mistakes. Every time they converge or plan or open their mouth, it is mistakes. They have failed. Biafrans can see it. From the fraudulent, unapproved fundraisers they do, to the crimes they commit abroad and in homeland, using the name of the United States of Biafra, Brigade, and the factory. If they know what is in stock for some of them, they will disappear. We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an adage that says, no matter how you try to leave them, to forgive them, to accept them, they will still come up with that same behavior. Because Nigerian government has a process of divide and conquer. They use people within to destroy what Biafrans are doing. We already know that, and that is why they are not going anywhere. That is why we stop them on their track. That is why we discover them anywhere they are, and we bring them down. That is what we will continue to do. No mercy. No mercy, because lives have been lost. People have died. Children have died. Innocent Biafrans have been murdered. They've spilled their blood. We are not joking. Anybody, any attorney, any lobbyist, you think we are joking in this restoration process? I pity you. Sorry will be your name. In homeland, The 40 states of Biafra is fully secured. We've had several meetings with the homeland administrators, and they are doing what Obatobie tells them. Let those criminals go in homeland and penetrate. Our decentralized military has 40 state commanders, 40 deputy state commanders, working closely with the state administrators, state executives, and the state special training squads. These are the individuals that will continue to train our military. These are formats already laid by our Prime Minister, even before the incident, without people being aware of it. In fact, without anyone knowing about it. No one knows it. So when you see them trying to fight the decentralization of the Biafra military, when you see them talking about the recruitment of our able-bodied men and women into our military, when you see them crying on Twitter about that, just know they do not work. They are not for this United States of Biafra. We are no longer in the liberation phase. We are a country, and we must structure our country to meet the international standard of every country in the world. Biafra will not be different. So anybody that thinks they will continue to do this little gang up in homeland, devoid of what the United States of Biafra government is putting in place through our defense secretary and defense department, they have failed. They are dead on arrival. It is for the benefit of every innocent, truthful Biafra to fall in line with the government of the United States of Biafra. If you don't do that, then you are working for somebody else, and you will bear the consequences of anything that you do. We have only one government, the United States of Biafra, Biafra Republic government in exile, de facto homeland with 40 states, 15 counties, and all the districts that are fall under there. It is only one. If you are not under this leadership, then you are working against Biafrans, and you will pay the price heavily, heavily. Necessary funds and resources are going to the states, are going to the commands that are ready, and they are protecting our women and children and citizens from the terrorist state of Nigeria. All commands must be under the United States Defense Department. Thanks to the states that are ready, a couple of states are already ready with their commands and getting everything ready and doing the needful. If you are a state commander in Eden, Igodomi, Godo state, your power is in Eden, Igodomi, Godo. If you're a state commander in Ebonyi state, your power is inside Ebonyi state. If you're a state commander in Ohuku state, your power is in Ohuku state. All the commanders have equal power with equal responsibility. If you move out from your domain, you take the responsibility for that. If you threaten any commander that is not in your state, you take responsibility for that. I want Biafrans at homeland to know the structure that our Prime Minister has set up is the structure we will continue to use. We must do this to safeguard our land, to protect our land. That is the right thing to do. Our military and our police is decentralized because we want a confederate state. We do not want the kind of structure the terrorist Nigerian state have, where the police and everything is centralized in Abuja. If somebody commits a crime in Sokoto, you must get permission from Abuja before you arrest the person. If somebody commits a crime in Imo State, you go and get permission from the central command in Abuja before you arrest that. How are you going to curb crimes? How are you going to reduce the crime in the state. When you do things like that, you must give power to the state police, to the state army, to make sure and to enable them to curb crimes and capture these terrorists that come to kill us. You must empower them. And that is the guideline that set up by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and that is what we are going to follow. We are already following that. Again, I say thanks to the states. I've had several meetings with them that have been able to establish their comments and are doing very, very well. Thank you so much. Thank you. The challenges we get at this point is expected and transitional. Do not be worried, dear friends. Do not be worried by these shenanigans. It is expected. How else could we have known that somebody is not following the orders of the Prime Minister? How else could we have known that even with the declaration of the United States of Biafra, some people are not happy? How else could you have known that when we are putting the structures that Obatobia has put in place, some people are fighting it, trying to create something like parallel government, which does not exist. We have only one government. So this transitional phase in our struggle is important. The good thing about that is that Biafrans are wiser now. Biafrans know what is going on now. Biafrans know where to pick them. Biafra knows when they talk, where they are. And we continue to dismantle them anywhere we see them. There'll be no gap for these destroyers that are being used by the Nigerian government, and they pretend to be fighting for the restoration of Biafra. They are not genuine. By their actions, you will know them. And once you know them, you bring them down. That is what we continue to do. You cannot continue to disrupt our project. You cannot continue to disrupt our program and continue to allow the terrorists to kill our people. That cannot continue to happen. We cannot allow that to happen. Biafrans will deal with you mercilessly if you betray in a manner you will never expect. I keep telling people, what you don't know is bigger than you. Some of you think that you know our Prime Minister Orabueze just because he sends you on some errands, he gives you some assignments, you have meetings with him, then you think you know him. I pity you. If you know what the Prime Minister has prepared for the United States of Biafra Brigade, you will be shaken. You don't know Odogu. You do not know him. You don't know Obatobie. When you think you know him, when you attend meetings every day, when you roll around him, when you call him every day to gossip, when you formulate all kinds of lies and craziness, and he listens, he has a listening ear, then you think he approves what you say. Odogu can listen to you talk for 30 minutes, and after that, he will not talk. That doesn't mean he didn't listen to you. And that does not mean that he approves what you say. But some fools and mediocres that parade around him, they think that anytime, or because they have the opportunity to have meetings with him, therefore, they know Obatobie. I pity you. You do not know him. That is why Obatobie told me to take care of Biafra until he is free, until he comes out. What I know, most of you don't know that. You don't have to see me in meetings with Obatobie. I don't have to be there. But I know every single thing that is important to the restoration of this struggle, unless it's not important. Do not be deceived. Even myself, I do not know certain percentage of Obatobie. Talk less of some of you that knows nothing. You just run errands, you pay money, You pay money to people on ground. They send you. All of a sudden, it gets into your head. Then you start using the little opportunity to gain cheap popularity over things you have no knowledge about. But we've discovered all of you, one by one. We have a new government. What some of these ex-Briggy cabinet members are doing is not only criminal, but it's legally wrong. That could land some of them in jail. And those following them, be very, very careful. Some of you could end up in jail. In the next few weeks or days, some of you will hear from the hired criminal attorneys. You have no right to use any logo of the United States of Biafra, any logo of the Biafra government in exile that was approved by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. You do not have a right to do any fundraising using the name of Biafra Republic government in exile and United States of Biafra or de facto. You do not have the right to do that. You do not have the right to deceive and bribe people. Obatobie abolished bribery. You cannot bribe anyone in this United States of Biafra. Even as an executive, you cannot take any gift from anybody. Obatobie has said several times he has warned people against it. You cannot bribe nobody. You cannot give things to anyone. Not even out of your good interest, but to make those individuals do what you do. That is criminal in the United States of Biafra government led by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. It is criminal. You cannot also do the same thing by using the little opportunity the Prime Minister gave you to contact some men in homeland and use that opportunity to bribe them. And this money is the same money Biafrans are contributing. But you use it and give it to them as if it comes from you. Some of the international guests that came to film, the Prime Minister instructed an individual to pay for their flights using Biafra money, their hotel, using Biafra money. Most of these things are being done using Biafra money. But these individuals go behind and manipulates unsuspecting individuals that love Obatobie. That's what they do to continue to enhance their plan. Always ask them, who are they working for? Bribery is not acceptable in the new nation we are building. If you are caught in that, you will pay the price for that. The United States of Biafra military will continue to follow the rule of engagement and follow the appropriate discipline measures to operate. The men that work for our country, United States of Biafra men, able-bodied men and women, you do not see them online. Men that work for Obatobie, true soldiers of the Biafra territory, you don't see them online. These are being manipulated by some ex-Briggy cabinet members, sad individuals that go online to manipulate people claiming different names. But we will fish you out one at a time and you will pay the price. The Biafra security, Biafra Defense Force, Biafra resistance fighters, the Biafra Liberation Army cannot attack innocent Biafrans. We do not shoot guns on innocent Biafrans' homes. Obatobie never supports things like that. Those are the things that our Prime Minister is fighting against. No matter who you are, regardless of how you come out, you cannot go and be shooting innocent Biafran homes and be proclaiming Biafra Liberation Army or Biafra Defense Force. No, you are not. If we get you, we'll take you out. Our Prime Minister never, ever supports anything like that. So those of you that are being deceived and being used for this kind of intimidation of our people, calling people behind the scene, calling people on phone, threatening them with Amadioha, threatening them with all kinds of very foul languages, you need to stop. Biafra land is not a place where you call people on the phone and continue to threaten them, but they did not do what you want. Biafra land is not a place where they send some people dressed in uniform to be shooting recklessly in front of innocent Biafrans' home. Anybody doing that, the commanders, you need to take care of those individuals. Our Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra resistance fighters, our security cannot harm Biafrans. They cannot harm Biafrans. All of you used to see them walking in marketplaces, walking in our villages, and our people will be hailing them because they know they can never hurt them. That is what our Prime Minister advocates, and that is how our military, and that is what the true Biafran militaries are. The task of the Biafran security forces is to protect our land from reintegrated and rehabilitated terrorists that come from the Nigeria state to kill us, kill our women, kill our children. That is the task of the Biafra security forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra resistance fighters. Nothing more, nothing less. Protection of our land from the terrorists and their agents inside Biafra land, because they have Biafra agents inside the 40 states. So we will continue to confront them to leave our land. Anyone that does any of those above things, like shooting at people, terrorizing people, calling people behind the scene in the phone and threatening them, it's not working for Biafra. And we will not allow such individuals to continue such menace in Biafra land. A true Biafran cannot hijack the official email of the Biafran government and change passwords. That is criminal. A true Biafran cannot hijack and change government websites without approval from the authority of the government. That is criminal. A true Biafran cannot disobey the order of the Prime Minister to follow his surrogate. Those people are not working for Biafra. A true Biafra cannot threaten Biafrans online with fake names, presumed to be working for the Biafra Prime Minister. Going online, pretending to be military, banning innocent Biafrans from Biafra land without any cause. Using unapproved Twitter handles on innocent Biafrans. They think they are smart. They think they can use the power of the media to intimidate Biafrans. I keep telling them where they stop is where Biafrans start. At this point, I wanted to bring to the notice of Biafrans that a committee called the Conflict Resolution Committee was formally dissolved by the Biafra Republic government in exile over 4 weeks ago. Anything done by this committee in any way does not represent Biafra Republic government in exile or United States of Biafra. They were dissolved by a vote of about 20-9. How can you go and converge a committee that was dissolved by the Biafra Republic in exile cabinet members and now use them to appoint somebody to rule you? A committee that was formally and officially dissolved by a vote of 20 to 9. Fully dissolved. Then some criminals went behind to now constitute this same CRC, conflict resolution, to appoint somebody to rule them. Ask these individuals, who are they working for? These are some of the criminals who have in the past threatened our prime minister, our indefatigable Agune Chamber Obatobie. These are some of the people that threatened him, telling Obatobie na Biafra this year. Most of you heard it. What makes you think that these individuals will all of a sudden change and become good people? They will never change. That thing they do, it will always repeat itself. You will do yourself a big danger by bringing and allowing such people to work near you. Once a saboteur, always a saboteur. No two ways about it. Even, I didn't want to talk about it, but even our lobbyists that recently tried to make some unguarded and incorrect statement on Twitter. He has personally warned the Prime Minister and myself about some of these individuals against the government. So what is the justification for his change? Who is he working for? Who paid him? How much did he get? These same criminals and cohorts, they misinform Biafrans, confuse Biafrans in different ways. They lie to people using different methods. That the COS did not apply for her ID card. That the COS did not, she didn't do this, she didn't. And Biafrans, I tell you, the other time, I was able to let Biafrans know, this is my Biafra ID card. You all know we have a new ID card. This is my Biafra ID card. This is the front. And this is the back. So for those of them that lie to you, you've all seen my Biafra ID card. Yes. Yeah, this is the front and this is the back. I encourage Biafra, if you've not gotten your ID card, make sure you get your ID card. When they lie to you, please do not follow their lies. These are mediocres we have in this group, have no life. And when you compare the person lying to you, you compare him or her to the person he or she is lying about. Then you compare and contrast. That is what any right, reasonable individual should be doing. Do not fall for their tricks. Because Obatobie will ask you the questions I'm asking you today. They come around, some of these are criminals, telling you things like, we have to wait for our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, to come and give them order before they will start protecting our land. They are waiting for our Prime Minister to come out and do this. And you ask yourself, who are those individuals that always come around with that kind of mentality? It is the DOS. The DOS that Obatobie was fighting. Then ask them, why didn't we wait to get our United States of Biafra independence in Finland? Why didn't we wait? Why don't we wait to be doing our fundraisers? Why don't we wait to be submitting our papers to our international allies? But they will be so quick to lie and confuse. But again, when you are 18 years of old, you bear the consequences of your actions. And Igbo adage says, so you must have come close to them for them to deceive you, or for them to lie to you, or for you to be part of that. I implore you, separate yourself from these individuals. They don't mean well for this struggle. They don't mean well for this struggle. That is why Obatobie told me to take charge until he comes out. There is a reason for that. Obatobie knows all of them and what they're capable of doing. He has worked with all of us maybe for the past 2 years. So you will answer to Obatobie when he comes out on why you want to why you choose to disobey his order. The template we are executing is first and foremost led by a PM, because he's the one we are seeing guiding this, talking to individuals, hiring the attorneys. Obatobie is the greatest fundraiser money maker every week, or every 2 weeks, or every month for our restoration. This criminal element uses the name of our PM, Simon Ekpa, to solicit for funds, make themselves popular, secretly uses the name of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, to confuse innocent Biafrans. That is why when we declare the decentralization of the Biafra army, you see individuals that have been fired by our prime minister. All of a sudden, they started coming out on Twitter, trying to make noise, trying to guide, trying to suggest. But these are individuals, so the who has already chased away from this struggle. Biafrans, you know, do not allow them. Anywhere you see them, give them the Woto Pro Max attitude. You cannot have two masters at one time. Do not get me wrong. We love our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. But you cannot be working directly under the structures of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and be confusing people and our agents that PM Simon Ekpa is nothing, that it is in Nnamdi Kanu that you are following. What is your plan? To denigrate Obatobie, destroy him, disrespect him, not follow his orders, then you go and tell Biafrans that you love Nnamdi Kanu. You're following his orders. You cannot love Nnamdi Kanu and hate Simon. Yes, you cannot. You cannot do that. You cannot disobey the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and say you love Nnamdi Kanu. When you hear them, the first thing they will shout, oh, our leader Nnamdi Kanu. It's all in the mouth. They have no respect for anybody. They're not going to respect Nnamdi Kanu. They're not going to respect Simon Ekpa. They won't respect me. They will not respect you. These are individuals that should not be near the seat of the government. They don't even know what leadership is. They cannot respect anybody. If they do not respect the commons, this simple order Odogu gave, just these few weeks or whatever period of time that he's going to be out. If they do not respect that simple order, what makes you think respect the leadership of the United States of Biafra? They won't. Telling and lying to Biafrans and the angels that they are working for Nnamdi Kanu under the pretense of Simon, because that's what they do. They use those two individuals. And if you look at the bunch of them that are giving the problem to this United States of Biafra, it is so DOS element that Odogu carried from the DOS under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. He carried them into Brigade. They're the ones giving the headache we are having today. But you know what? Their case is already settled by Biafrans. Most of them are running away on Twitter and YouTube. That is why we will go home and sleep peacefully, because Biafrans are taking care of them, either on Twitter or on YouTube, Facebook, anywhere they appear, or in England, because it is not about me, it's not about you. It is a farm battle, and they are getting it. Our Biafra different departments under the different countries are doing marvelously well. Maybe in the next phase of this discussion, some of the departments will take one minute to let you know what they're doing. And again, at this point, I thank you, Biafrans, the friends of Biafrans, the enemies of Biafrans. I thank you all for listening to this New Year's message from the government of the United States of Biafra. We celebrate our independence. We thank God for giving us that opportunity to declare our independence. At this point, anything we do right now, we are guided by the laws of independent nation. We can protect it in any law court, and we'll continue to do things to protect our land. Once again, I thank you all for this New Year's message, and may God bless you, and may God bless the United States of Biafra. Thank you so much, Biafrans. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Biafrans. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, our DPM Agowai. Somebody added Queen to your name just recently. Major Conco added the Queen Agowai Adabia to your name. And that's awesome. Biafrans, we are all welcome into this wonderful year. We have heard it all from our Deputy Prime Minister, the Agowai himself, Madam, the enemies must bow. So we are welcome. Our DPM, I don't know if it is questions you want to take or contributions from honorable members.
Just questions, and then if the secretaries can take one minute to talk about what they do in their different departments, and then just one minute. But any questions, any concerns people are confused about, if there's anything you want to ask me, we'll just do it probably the next couple of minutes, and then we will close. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Firstly, we are going to take secretaries departments firstly, and then one minute, please. I don't want to drag microphone with anybody. So as you get the microphone, use your 1 minute, make your contribution or say whatever you want to say, make your address 1 minute, please. And then we go to Papa Honorable Luke Iwenze. Papa, open your mic.
Wow, 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 Your Excellency, my Deputy Prime Minister of United States of Biafra. What a joy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to United States of Biafra. I am so delighted because what is happening is separating the chaff from the wheat. And the declaration of the United States of Biafra in Finland on the 29th was a blow to all the enemies of Biafra. My Deputy PM, I want to thank you that you see the truth, you know the truth. And Biafrans also know the truth. Biafrans know the truth when they see it, and they also know what is not the truth. I had a call from an elder person who all he's been doing is just listening to what is going on the line. He called me to say, tell our Deputy Prime Minister that Biafrans know the truth. And that message is what I'm passing here right now. I am glad to say that we got to where we are by ourselves. The foundation, the structure that have led us to what we have achieved was not by lobbyists. The lobbyists came too late, and lobbyists they've not really, they are not they're not the ones that's going to give us what we need. So I want to say that Biafra government has everything it takes. We don't need lobby to go to UN. We don't need lobby to go to the United States of America. We don't need lobby for anybody. We have everything that it takes. And this government is set to do that. This year, this 2025 is our year. In fact, this January is our year. So I just want to say to Biafrans that it was not lobbyists that got us to where we are today. So if any lobby decide to do whatever they like, they are just here to make money. And we've been very generous, but our money will be used for something worthwhile. And we have it. We have our people in the United States of America, all over the world, wherever we are representing Biafra government for what it is. So I want to say Happy New Year to all Biafrans everywhere, that there is no lobby or somebody say it's not there. Let it not shake your heart, because we did not take lobby to get to where we are today. The declaration was never done by any lobby. And if anybody is celebrating because lobby is with them, unfortunately, they will end up where everything else has ended up, because Obato Viet laid a solid foundation that we all have worked upon, and we have seen that Biafra has become a reality. Our people are rejoicing. You must know that, my deputy prime minister, that people are taking notice of what is happening. Here in Australia, everybody knows the truth, and they are responding to that. So thank you very much. Thank you for this amazing State of the Union address. When you speak, it was like thunder, and the enemy had the voice of this thunder. You are blessed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pa Honorable Iwunde. Thank you so much. I'm going to be calling your names, please. When I call you, mute yourself and ask your question or make your statement 1 minute. Once it's 1 minute, I will mute you. Thank you. Let me start with Ogba. Ogba, mute yourself.
Hello, Biafra. Am I coming out here?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, Happy New Year, Biafrans all over the world. I'm Ekpa.
Well, my brother.
I salute you.
Okay, your mother need to have one contact. Contact will be Obi Kovana Figagan. More him.
Who is speaking? Who is speaking? Who is making that noise?
My
Ugo, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Okay, sorry, my DPM. Ogba, unmute yourself and make sure you are the only person speaking. Thank you.
I don't know where the voice is coming. I greet you, Biafrans all over the world. I'm Ekpa by name. I salute all the whole cabinet members and then my deputy prime minister, Mrs. Ngozi Orabueze, the Agunwai itself. Let me go straight to the point. I salute also my prime minister, wherever he is. He is hearing our voice. That is why we are here today. We have entered the new year, and myself, I'm not happy because the people who are leading us, this time on Ekpa, our prime minister, is not with us. But I'm happy in the other way around because My deputy prime minister is here, the one who declared Biafra. As they said, the prophet said before that a woman is going to declare Biafra, and it come to pass. And we are proud of her, to stand beside her, to journey with her without any delay. My question is this: in this new nation, this new virgin nation we are into right now, leading by our Deputy Prime Minister, Ngozi Orabueze, the Agowon himself, if anyone, whoever, in any form, we have or we got siphon any fund or we have any information, because she always says that we cut cancer, we don't treat cancer. If anyone we got in court siphon any fund or instilled any criminality to this our new nation by leading anyone, encouraging anyone to plan. We are in Europe, we are in Western world, we know what law says. If we got anyone siphon any single Gemma or euro, any angle, or directing anyone to criminality, what will be the stand of that person? Are we going to call that person, or are we going to treat it?
Okay, thank you. We have our constitution, and our constitution takes care of that. So let's just keep our question very brief, because there's so many hands. If you go through the Constitution of the United States of Biafra, everything is explicit. Every crime is there. The punishment is there. The Information Department of Biafra, we're trying to put our constitution online once our website is fully completed, so that Biafrans can go online and order the copy of their constitution and download it, so you can read it from beginning to end. Thank you so much. Next person.
Okay, I see our Honorable Secretary for Defense. Please unmute yourself. SI Watcher.
I'm trying to unmute my video. Can you?
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Video.
Hold on. Unmute video. Start video. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. All right. Greetings, Biafrans. Merry Christmas, because Happy New Year to you all. And of course, I want to just take a few minutes to commend our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister on the job that she did by the message of hope, message of diligence, message of resoluteness that she gave us today. So I want to thank our men on ground, our angels, for a marvelous job they're doing. Please, like I said, everything is just going well, the way we planned it and the way we're going to do it. So we just have to continue. Make sure that our firepower is against our enemies, not against our people. And I know there's been people in their social media trying to tag us with all the killings against civilians. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. So I can tell everybody all over the world that we are not part of anybody being killed, our civilians at all. So we target our enemies who come to kill us. That's who we are targeting. So, my friends, we're doing very well. Our security department and our defense department, the support is marvelous. Just keep it coming, keep it coming. So we need to defend our land, because this is our country. It's our country now. And every state, every piece of land, every individual, civilians, our mothers and children, our fathers, all the vulnerables must be defended against this terrorist-infested Nigerian army that is coming to kill us. Because, of course, now they've seen some signs that they've seen since they are the centralization order. They realize that, wow, this is a game changer. Now, Biafrans are fighting from everywhere, not just in concentrated areas alone. Because fighting from everywhere, they cannot stand us. They cannot stand us. because they're realizing that now. Of course, with the introduction of a new terrorist group that just came into their country, into the northern part of Nigeria. Now, Musa is crying. So this guys that thought they were coming to help them fight against Biafrans are really causing problem for themselves. So now they're facing a lot of uphill battle. And because it will make sense for them to just leave our country, go and fight their battles over there in the north. So leave us alone and let us organize ourselves, settle everything. And of course, we can talk with them. So if they want peace, they have to leave our country and we can come to a round table and discuss the issues of separation. There's nothing, there's no two ways about it. So that's what they need to do. While we continue to fortify our land, just like the Deputy Prime Minister have said, first she said it all. And that's what we follow. It's a template by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mazi Odogu Simon Ekpa, that has laid out for us. And that's what we're following. So those people that said, oh, why not we wait? How can you wait? We already claimed our independence. There's no need to wait. So we're moving forward, just like our Prime Minister did not wait after our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, was illegally arrested in Kenya and brought to Nigeria. We did not wait, and we're not going to wait with our own Prime Minister being detained. So we have to move forward and do the needful. We know what to do, and that's what we're doing. So I want to reassure Biafrans: do not despair. Don't despair, because your defense is strong and even getting stronger with the introduction of the ID men, because making our armed forces look like normal armed forces. And that's what they are. They're the army, so that when they're accosted by the Nigerian terrorist army, they can proudly identify themselves as a Biafran soldier. And that way, they are protected by Geneva Convention. You guys know about it. You can read about it. You can Google it. It's there. It protects them against torture. It protects them against, against any kind of form of, inhumane treatment. Because of course, if they go against it, if any occupying force goes against it, that brings to them war crimes charges against them, and they will be charged in the International Criminal Court, and we'll be reporting that. That's why we have our administrators in every state must be from them, whatever is happening in their state, as far as all the activities that these occupying forces are doing, will be reported. And all those, we report all those things, we'll collect the information and we'll report it straight to the ICC for any form of crime against our people and against our military, because they're not supposed to be killing them arbitrarily or committing genocide or doing all kinds of all manner of things to them. So other than normal arrest and detention, that's it. And they must be fed until they return back to us, or we exchange it with with them, the ones that will capture as well. So that's basically. I don't want to talk too much about this. It's ongoing, but I just want you guys to be rest assured that we're not sleeping. We are vigilant. Our men are vigilant on the ground. So I understand that there's some incident that happened recently, in Ihiala. So of course the people are claiming, oh, it's Biafran soldiers. Those are, actually the Kubos men doing what they do, because they're working with the with all this embargo and of course Nigerian terrorist army, and that's what they do. So please do not tag them to Biafran soldiers. We're not the ones doing that. So we target those who come to kill us. We're not targeting individuals. We're not targeting communities. They're the ones that are burning markets, killing our people, and that it's not us. So I just want you guys to be reassured. If you see all those things, report it to us, and we will respond. Now, thank you all very much. Happy New Year. This is the year of our full recognition and liberation. We are coming home, and Biafrans, you will rejoice this year. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ugo. Apple Defense. I also wanted to reiterate the inability and incapacity of Nigerian government to curb terrorism in our land, in Biafra land. Some of the attacks that's happened recently in Biafra land and in other parts of Nigeria has clearly shown that Nigeria government cannot cater and safeguard the lives and properties of the citizens. Even I heard there was something that happened in CKC Church about today or yesterday, I don't know. But this clearly shows that the Nigeria terrorist state continues to kill innocent people in Biafra land and other parts of Nigeria. They have their planted Southeast governors, South governors, and their politicians, but they cannot safeguard the life of innocent people that went to church to pray. And this is what our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is trying to avoid, is trying to prevent. Now we are a nation, we will continue to build alternative structures that can protect and prevent things like that from happening in our land. But we must, first of all, as we have given the Nigerian government, we've given them the order to leave our land so that we can plan and safeguard the lives of our people, because currently, as it stands, the Nigeria government, the Southeast governors, South governors, they cannot safeguard the lives of our people. And that is why innocent people are being killed. Innocent people, you see people going to shoot in their homes. People that went to church are being massacred by terrorists. And Nigerian government is not doing anything about that. So how long are we going to continue to allow things like that to happen in Biafra land? Because now they claim they are in charge of our territory. So that's why you have their agents, you have the Southeast governors in Biafra land. But they cannot safeguard the lives of our people. They cannot safeguard worship areas. That is why you have all these killings, and it will never stop. And we cannot continue to allow things like that to go ahead. That is why Nigeria must leave Biafra land peacefully or forcefully, so that we can start to protect our people with our security forces. We can start to safeguard the lives and properties of our people, unlike what is happening right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, DPM.
Thank you, our DPM. Thank you so much. Please, let us try to maintain 1 minute, please. Your questions straight. Johnson iPhone, unmute yourself.
Questions or comments anyway, so we'll make it fast.
Hello.
Go on.
Okay, good evening, everybody. And thank you, our COS. I just want one question to ask is regarding the illegal aspect of the movement. Having heard what this lobby list tweeted on the Twitter and your response, now what is, do we have, I know we have other means of our illegal thing. Now, the man said something on that Twitter of if he eventually intervene in the illegal process of their position, that they will take action. So I don't know what he means by that.
Please,
but I can.
Let me quick. Just don't worry about that. PM has other lobbies and other attorneys. Please do not worry about that. Next question, please.
Thank you, Engineer Stanley. Unmute yourself. Okay, we go.
Can I be heard?
Yeah, go on straight, quick.
Okay, good morning from here. Our able DPM, may the Lord continue to keep you and give you wisdom to continue this battle. It's not an easy one. Okay, my question is simple. Based on the post that was made yesterday from one of our lobbies, I derive one question from there. You one certain time told us that the attorney of our PM briefed you that you should take over as the surrogate. Is it possible for the same attorney, maybe in one of your Zoom meeting, to come and make it open? Because some were saying that WhatsApp was self-made.
To answer you, we don't have time for that. Anybody can believe what they want to believe. We are so busy. We have so much to do, and like we keep saying, anybody can believe whatever they want. And they're not going to get into that childish game of bringing anybody to do anything. Next question, please.
Thank you, DPM. Okay, I can see German machine leader, Honorable Pastor Rose. Unmute yourself.
Wow. Thank you, my honorable COS PDM. I just want to say, Mechuko Kikamama bless you. And our German people, remember that all you are doing is Chuko Kikabiama will bless you all over the world. Please, we have rested for 1 week. It is time for us to do the needful. And happy New Year for everyone that is fighting through Biafra. That's all. God bless you, ma.
Thank you so much. Next person.
Thank you. I can see mouthpiece of the gods. Mouthpiece, unmute yourself.
Hello, I greet you, our Honorable, Your Excellency, Agadawachilu Zonwan, Aguwan, DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, I greet you. I greet you, the Defense Secretary, the one, Ebunyele Ife, Nisi Kobutuo. In fact, I greet each and every one of you. Please, all protocols to all the cabinet members, all the wonderful Biafrans. I thank you for being in this meeting today. My question is direct to the Defense Secretary. You have been the Defense Secretary, being in charge of all the defense in Biafra land. Please, I want to know, now that these miscreants that call themselves soldiers or whatever, online soldiers, now that have messed up a lot, please, is there any way you can make sure that all our armies are verified, verified, and made to stick to the job they came to do, not to be online? That's my question. Thank you so much. I yield.
Thank you very much. It's just as simple. So all our men on ground, as we speak, they have been mostly consolidated in support of the government, because that's a requirement. You cannot be fighting for Biafra and not support the government. So we have a few characters that are still, on the sideline. But believe me, this decentralization has done a marvelous job by making sure that power rests within the commander of the state, and of course, with support from the administrator. So that singular action has done a wonderful job for what we're doing on the ground. So don't worry about all these other ones that social media commanders. We're not even listening to them. We're not talking about them. The main people that are defending this nation, Biafra, are, because they are in support of the government. And believe me, many have been converted to support the government from previous commanders. So the simple answer to your question is yes, we're doing something about it, and it's working very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I can see our finance secretary, Honorable Famdayan. Honorable Famdayan, unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to not only Biafrans, but to mankind. Standing on existing protocol. My goodness. To my Deputy Prime Minister, Chief of Staff, the Aghawan, I would like you to know that your speech, my goodness, this afternoon has brought out the rainbows. Egwurugwe ehiela. In Igbo land, a na-asị na egwurugwe ehiela. Ọ dị ka ebe that is ebe nsuala. That's the cannons got loose. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
You just categorically stated to everybody that it's no more business as usual. Your speech just heralded the new year. And this year, 2025, I believe, and from your speech and from what we feel, because we feel it on our hair, is goosebumps, we are surely going home, perhaps to celebrate November 29th, this 2025. And Biafrans, get ready, it's going to happen. I tell you, keep walking on snakes and alligators and keep draining the swamp. That's what we're here to do. To take charge of our land by defending it. And then fighting any enemy, both outside and internal. We have to be vigilant. So we're not going to sleep. Anyway, to make it simple, for this year, our first general fundraising on this Saturday, January 4th, we are going to see new things. Remember, it's not business as usual. I have restructured and I'm making easy our accounting system to make it just appropriate, accurate, and transparent. So when we resume, when you come to a general fundraising and you make your pledge or you want to donate, you're going to do so. We are not using any physical receipt anymore. The reason is that we want to do away with anything that's going to give an opportunity for people, to do things off the book. So we want to make it easy and also transparent. So when you come for a general fundraising, anytime we have general fundraising, when you come there, please introduce yourself so that we can capture your name, because some people come with their phone or they have Samsung or whatever. So we just need you to please tell us who you are. And then you make your donation or your pledge by electronic, only digital, please. And when you make it, you're going to screenshot your receipt and send it to your financial secretary or your admin. Then your admin will know what to do, because I'm going to have a meeting with them to tell them what I have, the policies and the procedures to make things easy for us. So please, in each and every one of us, you have to make it also easy, so that when you come, please tell us who you are or which state you're coming from. So the moment you make your pledge, make your payment in our local account that we've given to you, you just screenshot it, send the receipt to your financial secretary or your admin. Okay? So please, everybody, we need to fight. We need to fight to defend. We need to defend our land, because if me and you do not do it, our generations to come will curse us. One more time, a happy new year and a glorious year for all of us. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, our finance secretary from D. Great job, great job. And it pleases me to also let everyone listening here to know that FAMD is the financial secretary of the New Dimension mandate. So anyone you see talking or misinforming the public about New Dimension mandate and need any financial statement, financial record, they should channel it to FAMD in the area of getting the accurate information. The New Dimension mandate has 5 access. And that is what they don't tell you. That's what the liars do not tell you. That account that's been in operation for almost, I don't know how many years, has almost 5 or 6 people that have access to that account at each particular point in time, including myself, the financial secretary, Pharmacist Diane, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, the ex-finance minister, Ogen Kere, has access to the New Dimension mandates. He sees the money that comes in there. And I remember there's one more person, I can't remember the name. So when this individual keep confusing Biafrans about New Dimension mandate account, and he refuses to tell you, the people that are following him sheepishly, that he also have access to New Dimension mandate account, that is a big disservice. So those of you following him, when you go back, ask him, oh boy, do you have access to New Dimension mandate account? If he tells you yes, you need to run away. Another thing I wanted to address is this. I know somebody asked a question about the lobbies. The only thing I can say is that particular lobbies has failed in his profession. He failed in his professional ethics by posting what he posted on Twitter. I don't know his motive. We are not interested. But we know, and I know, he has failed in his professional ethics. And he tried to also drag one of the attorneys into that unprofessionalism. First, the lobbyist was hired by the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa. He is working for the Prime Minister. Most of the lobbying thing he was doing is for the government, whether in exile or at homeland. That is what he was contracted for. That is why he is being paid for every month. He follows the order of the government, whether it's our Prime Minister's order, Simon Ekpa, or his surrogate. The lobbyists, the lawyers follows that order. One command. These lobbyists, you do not talk or portray Biafra as a parallel government in any form, shape. That's where he failed in his professional ethic, because he does not have the right and the power to do or say what he did. Biafra is one nation, under one leadership. The surrogate letter that the Prime Minister sent out for myself to be in charge until he joins us, this lobbyist has a copy of that letter. He has that information, because if he doesn't have that, I would think, okay, maybe he doesn't know, but he is fully aware of the chain of command of the person that hired him. But he decided to do otherwise based on the misinformation he got from the social media or from outsiders or from the back end, relegating his professional assignment to the background, bringing his profession to disrepute. This individual, this lobbyist, misinformed Biafrans that he tried to broker peace between myself and somebody. Never happened. Never. Let him provide to Biafrans where he ever, or where even ever I discuss that kind of, I don't discuss things like that. There are things I don't do. I know I'm never going to do that, so I don't engage in that. This lobbyist has no power, no right to post what he posted on Twitter about this government, because he does not have the right to do that. That is not his job. His job is to lobby for the United States of Biafra, one government, one leadership.
And get paid.
But he deviated because of the reason best known